Hey, everybody. Hope you are all well. It's been a little while since we went back and hit some Iron Maiden, so we're going to go full bore into this and do the song Rise of the Ancient Mariners. And in doing this, it dawns on me for two things are very obvious. One, nobody works classic poetry better than Bruce Dickinson. Number two, nobody gallops in a song like Iron Maiden. They are the essence of heavy metal galloping rock. Just is what it is, And with that said, let's not waste any more time. Rise of the Ancient Mariners by Iron Maiden.
And the music plays on. spell starts to break. The albatross falls from his neck, sinks down like lead into the sea. Then down in falls comes the
Steve Harris is just legend. Those bass parts are incredible. And, he's obviously one of the, if not the primary composer, he's one of the primary composers of the band. And, as we know, so much goes through him. It's his group. With that said, man, I, it's always mind-boggling to me to hear a song that's like, north of 10 minutes long never get stale. It's like sometimes you listen to a song and you're like, yeah, that's a great song, man, I love this, but okay, it's dragging a little bit. You probably could have cut like 2-3 minutes out and sort of solidified the entire song. But then you get these epics like this that are, north of 10 minutes, 13 minutes. And you just like, I just get lost in the sauce of the whole thing. You're just totally enveloped by everything that's going on. And you're like, okay, it's 13 and a half minutes long. It felt like 6, felt like 5, whatever. And those are the songs that are legend. Those are the songs that are classics. Like, you don't sit there and think that the, live version of Sultans of Swing could be as long as it is, because it's just got such a groove and such a drive to it. You don't sit there and listen to, Freebird and feel like it's really taking you that long to get through it all. You know what I mean? They don't drag. And, I guess that's a challenge for an artist or a musician. You want to fully realize your concept. And of course, with today's pressures of the recording industry and broadcast radio or whatever, keep it 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. That's it. That's what you get. 3.5 minutes. Do everything you want to do in 3.5 minutes is just, well, first thing, it's ridiculous amount of constraint, forced upon an artist to get things broadcast or published. Again, I've said it in other videos. I'll say it again. People think that the best time for rock music would have been the 60s, 70s, and some of the 80s, because it was still a situation where an artist could create a song, and if the song was great, it could get played. And if it was, north of 5 minutes, yeah, they might not play it as often, but if the song's a hit, the song's a hit. Today, you're hard-pressed to get anything north of 4 minutes on air. You just are. And so to have a song like this, and this song didn't get played on the radio much. Let's be completely honest about it. It's not one of their radio hits. But it's something that, for an artistic sense, they worked on and they worked up and they created it, and they didn't care if it was 13, 14 minutes long. They wanted to fulfill their artistic goal. They wanted to fulfill their artistic need to express what they wanted to express. And in this instance, they're like, we've got fans. Our fans are going to love this song. It doesn't matter what the radio plays. The radio will play the other songs, and that's fine. That's great. It gets more butts in the seats. But when a fan of the band, when a musician, when an artist can listen to another artist's work and go, oh man, that's a fully realized composition. I mean, think about it this way. Go back in time. Go back to the days of classical music, Bach, Beethoven, what have you. There was no constraints on how many minutes the song could be. Sure, yeah, there were going to be little vignettes and stuff like that are only going to be a few minutes long. But when they were writing stuff for live entertainment. They were writing stuff to go to the opera house and perform for an audience of royalty who were going to sit there for an hour and listen to the full composition. And we've gone from, 300 years ago or 200, 300 years ago with full orchestras and full compositions and kings and queens sitting there, popes and potentates sitting there listening to these grand, symphonies, down to 3 minutes between commercials. 45-minute symphony, 3 minutes to commercials. That's where we're at right now. Drives me up the wall. Rambling again. Sorry. Please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below. We can talk about it further. I appreciate you all for watching, and I wish you all well. Take care.